Welcome, everyone. It's Tune In Tuesday, and thank you for joining us. I'm Barbara Joseph in Maine, and I have a wonderful group of folks joining me tonight. Suzanne Steele from New Hampshire, Bob Stallalonis and Angie Patino from Southern Maine, Sue Ellen Lexier from Central Maine, and Pam Barnes from Kentucky. So we've gathered here to share with you what we've discovered, which is living a life in balance with active wellness, and that we actually have some wonderful ways that we can help improve our health and increase our vitality just by making some healthier lifestyle choices. We also have discovered a way where we can help boost our own personal financial stability and help other people do the same. And we do that through something called the gig economy. And as you can already observe, we work together. We collaborate, we're entrepreneurs, and we are part of a purpose-driven community. We are here to make a difference in our own lives and in the world.
We should call Charlie too, though.
So we have a lot of demands in our life. There's a picture here of someone juggling, and it's personal life, family life, career, interests, activities, and it can be really, really stressful. There's a lot of lifestyle challenges, and stress leads to lack of sleep and insomnia, and it's really a slippery slope. Now, there's also environmental toxins. And even though we're coming to you from computers, which are a wonderful part of our lives, they do diminish our energy. Some of the other environmental toxins that we have, could new people who come on please mute themselves? That would be really helpful. And it's down in the bottom in the left-hand corner if you just hover your cursor over the little microphone. Thank you so much.
And introduce yourself.
So some of the environmental toxins that we have are our drinking water. It's quite polluted, and our air that we breathe, not just outdoors, but also indoors. There's a lot of outgassing. So over time, little bits of this and that come together, and they create some chronic conditions that we have. And some of the ones that people are really familiar with are ADD and ADHD in our children, cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia, heart stroke. It's quite a long list. And you know, everybody really wants to feel better, be happier, and live a long, healthy life. But in this day and age, the question is really how to do it and how to make it simple and easy. So what we've discovered is that people really can be healthy by choice and not just by chance, because it really won't happen that way. And to do it by choice, you have to take responsibility for your health, which is just called self-care. And when you do that, you can really become what we call a human being more. That every choice you make in your life about the food you eat, what you choose to drink, your emotions, when you make a choice that supports you in a positive way, you're at top of your game, you're healthy, fit, and active. But if you let the stress and the anxiety run you, then you're a human being under stress. So small choices over time can make a huge difference in your life. So Bob, do you want to join me now?
And sure. That's a picture of Isama Masuda, who's the founder of Nikken, founded Nikken over 42 years ago. And it's also a picture of the first product, which is the magnetic insoles, which help with strength, balance, and energy. And he really is a pioneer in health and wellness. We're all spiritual beings, but he articulated a philosophy that's very meaningful, which is that our spirit really is manifested through our body and our mind, our families, our society, and our finances. And when we're fully active in this and we have it balanced so that all those elements are operating well, then we really live a rich, full life, and we're able to contribute in all those areas of our life. And Nikken has been extremely successful in the 42 years. It's built on that philosophy. It is a research and development company in over 20 countries. It's financially extremely stable. It has the highest credit rating of any level. It's basically Dun & Bradstreet's highest level of credit worthiness. So it's a very stable and strong company so that it can continue to do that research and development with over millions of customers and over billions of dollars in sales. So it's very, very strong and committed to continuing this. And it uses natural energies. What's great is it's really using this technology to replicate nature. So it uses the energy of the sun, the air, and the earth to help us all perform more effectively, to help us stay in the game. And you can see even with the diagram of the earth and the body, how there's a real link between the two. So using these technologies can make a dramatic difference in our well-being. And there's an acronym. We'll be talking about the products, but they're innovative and they replicate nature. The beauty is it really is providing a very healthy and dynamic products that help you out and help you to stay in the game.
And
so owners, the O stands for oxygen, and obviously we all agree that air is critical. We're probably about 1 minute without air and we wouldn't be here. So it's a matter of deciding whether our lungs are going to be the first filter or whether air purifiers. And Nikken has wonderful technologies. It's multi-stage alpha, which is even higher than the HEPA filters used in the operating rooms and laboratories. It's pure, it's fresh, and it's essential oil. The larger one to the left is for, you know, a home, 500 square feet, while the other one can be used to travel in a car or in a small office. And both of them obviously remove pet dander and paint. And isn't it best to have those filter out the air because of the off-gassing in our homes?
And then, of course, there's water. And we all know that drinking lots of healthy water is important for anybody's good health. And here we have a wonderful chance to have a shower head that can take out contaminants so that your skin doesn't take them in. You're not breathing in all kinds of chlorine and chemicals. You can drink water by just pouring water from your faucet right through this wonderful PamBarnes system. Or, as most of us have, this great water bottle that you can take everywhere you go, and you're having a positive impact on your body, and you're having a positive impact on the earth because you're not buying bottled water. And, you know, knowing that, you know, you're drinking the cleanest water when we don't know what's in the municipal waters or even in the water in our wells. So this is a wonderful way of making sure that you're having the purest, most delicious water that you can. And it was done this little experiment that you're seeing here. This is these 4 sweet potatoes were all the same size. They all were started at the same time in this water, and you've got tap water, reverse osmosis, well water, and PamBarnes water. So which one of those sweet potatoes would you like to be? It's a living thing, just like we're all living things, and PamBarnes water is absolutely wonderful.
And nutrients we need to feed our bodies. Our bodies are wonderful organisms, and each made up of systems. And each system requires a different type of nutrition. So the nervous system requires something different than the circulatory system and the intestinal system. Nikken has created a wonderful core of whole food nutritionals that help our body be energized and helps the body heal itself and feed itself very well. Obviously, these products are whole food, as I said, organic based. And I love the one that has the gender specific, and some of you may have heard this already, the women's nutritionals. My sister had very bad hot flashes, and I gave her a bottle, and within a week her hot flashes went away. And that was 3 years ago. They've never come back. So that's an example of how well our products work. And, you know, the everyday energy, the cleanse, it's a wonderful way for our body to be nourished, replenished, and energized. And we have wonderful skincare products. As Sue Ellen said, our skin is our largest organ. So these products are eco-certified, which is a very high standard. They're following the European level of purity, and that's excellent news because not very many companies have that, and we just love them. And also you see the hair care on the other side, which again, using the 3 technologies that we have, and it stimulates the scalp and helps the body to really love the hair. I love it.
And of course, all of us could use more energy. So what if we could use all of these products that have natural energy in them that can help replicate what we were talking about before when Bob was talking about the air, the sun, and the earth energies that work so well with our bodies. So the duct tape that you see on the far left there, you put it on a place where you have discomfort, and it is amazing. We've also got the insoles, which you saw at the beginning. They've changed a little bit. They work even better, if that's possible, than they used to. For balance and for all of the problems that people have with their knees or their feet.
Carol, could you please mute yourself? Carol Hackbart? Thank you.
Yep. The wraps, the bracelets, the little magnets that you can put up for your sinuses or headaches or whatever. It is just amazing that if you could minimize your use of drugs and these products helped you instead, would that be something that you'd like to do? I did. And the back flex that you see far over the Kenko flex, which is white with little magnets all over, I wear that all the time. My back has never been better since I discovered how much of a difference these products can make from my life.
So rest. Our bodies need rest in order to recuperate, rejuvenate, and it's important for us to get into a deep sleep in order for the brain, which is the hardest working organ during our sleep, to pile up all the things that have happened during the day. And in order to get to that level, the magnetic topper that you see here on the left helps get into a deeper, more restful sleep where we create that rejuvenation. The pillow is formulated, I guess, to support the head because our neck is to support our neck and proper alignment. The comforter, which is the energy of the sun, helps balance our body temperature, and when we're too hot or too cold, we're not sleeping well. So this helps provide that level of deep, restful sleep. And the cocoon mimics the energy of, or the dream, Kinko dream, which you see on the left. And the sleep mask is very important to cut out the ambient light so that we have a deeper sleep and the brain recuperates so that we can move along. As you can see, the upper left, the color is very pale, which indicates coldness. Using the magnetic technology, you can see the thermography image here where the color is bright. It's more colorful, which means that that's better circulation.
So financial needs, the health is important, but if you're having pain in your back pocket, that certainly affects the rest of those 5 pillars that Bob was talking about. So we have healthcare costs, education, taxes, cost of living. There's just so many things. And then how do you save for retirement? What we do know is that business and the way business is working is changing. There is no such thing as job security. That is what we call an oxymoron. There are people that are having 7 careers in a lifetime instead of just 1. And although people who have jobs, 75% of them are unhappy with them. I am one of those people who was just recently outsourced. So after 29 years working for a corporate company, they just decided that I was no longer needed Fortunately, though, I've been participating in what we call this gig economy. And I was on a plane. Southwest, in their magazine, said that 1/3 of millennials are independent workers, and that more than half of American workers will move into the gig economy within the next 5 years. So this is something that is real. It's out there. There's research to back it. And the gig economy, I like to look at it as musicians. They go out and do something fun on their days off or their evenings off. They go out and play a gig. So that's what we're talking about, is partnering with a company with amazing products that easily integrate into your life. You can get the mentoring and the leadership and with all of us. And we enjoy what we do when we're here. We think about helping other people. And that's what it's about right here, helping other people, belonging to a community of like-minded people. All of us here on the phone, most of us do not financially benefit from each other. We're not in each other's financial sector, but we work cooperatively together and collaboratively together to make a bigger difference on the globe.
That was something that really attracted me to this company, because I was in the energy healing profession and was making a difference in people's lives, but I was a sole proprietor. And when I got introduced to a company that had products that were so amazing and a group of people that were out to make a difference in the world, it really excited me. So this has just been a brief overview of what we're so passionate about, and what we would ask you to think about is, what did you hear that might interest you? Would you like more information about how to take ownership of your health? We call what we are living as active wellness, because we can make choices to take the stairs instead of the elevator, to get on that bicycle. And if there is something that interests you, you can very easily become a customer and have access to products online, have a consultant to provide you with information, a lot of specials and discounts. And if you're anything like us, you'll start to get pretty excited about the changes that happen in your life, and you will want to share that with other people, and you will be enriching their lives. And in that way, you can also earn an income. So we have found something, we've discovered it, we're living it, and we're sharing it. And I'd like to invite Sue Ellen and Pam to now come on and have a little bit of a conversation about what's taken place in Pam's life.
Yes, I would like to ask Pam just a few questions. Can you hear me, Pam?
Yes, I can. I hope I come in okay.
Yep, you sound great. So, Pam, can you give us a little bit of your background? What have you been doing with your life?
What have I been doing? Well, my goal in life from when I was a tiny little girl was to become a dental hygienist and help people. And that's how this all started. I love my profession, but the ergonomic position that I was in and the repetitive motion did not do well with my body. And actually 2 years into my career, I began having a lot of wrist problems and numb hands. I tried to work with things at home because I'm very preventative minded. And I will say, reach out to your dental hygienist, because most of us are very preventative minded. And I didn't have a whole lot of success with that and ended up having surgeries, but that's all in the past, because after that, I found out about Nikken, because again, that 2-year span of after the surgery started my problems again. But this time it was not only in my wrist, it was my neck, it was my back, it was my feet, all of that. So in a office, you were, talking about the pollution and the around us. I mean, now it's computerization, a rheostat, hand pieces in our hand, electronic, and it was truly draining me. And I needed to find something. In the meantime, I was watching my patients. Every time they came in, they had more medications on their list. And the heart in me wanted to help them and educate them. That's part of what I took the oath to do, and to educate them on how to help that. And I, wasn't finding the thing, not to sell them that, but my patients would sit in my chair and say, okay, what am I going to learn today? And that thrilled me because that's what I wanted them to be excited about coming in.
Yeah.
So when I found Nikken, boy, could I tell them a lot. So go right ahead. That's what got me. I've been a hygienist. I just had my 40th reunion.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Congratulations. So you're still in Nikken and you're still excited. And can you tell us any stories of changes that you may have done for helped other people?
Okay. Well, I've been in Nikken for 19 years. Okay. I was able to go back when I started with the products, which was one of our wrist wraps that produce the same energy as the sun. And at that point, our magnets were this size, not teensy. And I put that on my wrist, and in 2 weeks, my head that was throbbing all the time was 50% better. So I added a wonderful necklace and got rid of that, plus inserts, the pillow. I didn't want to shop anymore. So I became, a walking testimony. Because it got my wrist. I didn't have surgeries again. They were telling me that's what's going to happen. That's a thing of the past. And I, believe you me, I use my hands and clean and paint and, all kinds of harsh things with them, and they survive. And it's all because of this company. It's hard for me to pick in all those years which ones really get to my heart. I guess, is that what you're asking me, Sue Ellen?
Yeah. Sometimes one's
well, one of the many, and that's the thing. I mean, people, they thank me for caring about them, even if they didn't buy a product. You thank me for taking the time and introducing it to them. Most of the time, they buy a product. But Sandy Truax had a she was raising her grandson, not because her daughter was incapable, but her daughter lived in central Kentucky and they did not have services for autistic children. She was a principal of the school and she didn't have a lot of time. And so there were more services in the Louisville area. So she asked her parents, who were 68 at the time, to take on their 10-year-old autistic grandson and have him in Louisville. Well, Sandy was open-minded enough. She was looking for anything to help this child because, that was part of her flesh and blood, and that became her driving goal. We were introduced through a lady sitting in a doctor's office with them and told him to call me, and her goal was to get Trent back into mainstream education. And it was the changes that happened through the first summer, and because we started in June, went back to school in the fall, and the teachers couldn't believe it was the same young man. He had a wellness home. He lived in a wellness home at Grandma and Grandpa's. He lived in a wellness home at home. And so that's just been a jewel because Trent's now 15. It's hard to believe, and almost 6 foot tall. And anyway, he is autistic, okay? Yeah. But he communicates with people. He could ride a bike. He could jump into the pool. All those things he wasn't doing before. So I guess that one gets me because that's a drive. We have to figure out what to do to help these children and to prevent the rise of the autism. Yeah. The other one that you never know, like I said, I was introduced by Sandy by a lady in a waiting room. The other one, she and I got her hair cut by the same hairdresser, and she was diagnosed with cancer. And our friend said, you know what? My friend, one of the other ladies I cut their hair, she just found out about this stuff and she's had huge success. I can't believe the difference in her. Why don't you call her? Well, Suzanne and I are still great friends and she's still doing wonderful. And she, prayer, faith, and Nikken, she said, all of it together is what did it. So every time I talk to her and see her enjoying her just one granddaughter thus far, I just love it because she was told that wasn't going to be the case. So that was really good. Okay. And then I share about pets too, if I can do 3.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll talk about my cat, Polly. Okay, when my son brought Polly and Molly home, they're brothers and sisters, and they were very tiny little cats, and I have pictures, very tiny, healthy little kittens. So that's what Polly and Molly look like. Polly is the black and white one. But he was a sneaky little cat, and he got stepped on a couple times and closed into a storm door, and he became very lethargic. Okay, this is not a cat asleep. This is a cat that's limp. Okay, you can see the Nikken band I have on his neck. Okay, that was the start. So I took him to the vet, of course, and the vet said, you take your cat home. He's just a barn cat. He'll have 2 days and he'll be gone, and that's just that. You've only had him a month, so what's a big deal? Well, I felt responsible for that little guy. Okay, so I wrapped him in our comforter and fed him everything. All of our nutritionals, the water, we slept by the air system overnight. And he actually, in about 36 hours, jumped out of my lap. But this is where I always found him. Okay, if you can see, he could climb then into my office chair, sleep on one of the little demo pads. He's on a comforter. And that cat is usually walking around here. He would get upset if our dog would be on the pet pad because he loved the pet pad. And this is Polly now, because he's like this. He doesn't even fit on the picture anymore. He's too big for a sheet of paper. So he's quite a guy.
Yes.
And so that showed me, you know, I knew it worked, but to see what that did, just give him good nutrition and all, that just, you know, it's not just people.
No, it's
Our
not.
animals, family, friends, our family too.
That's
Yeah.
right. We are our pets. So do you think, Pam, that you have to be a business type person to be successful in this company?
A business type person? No, you don't have to be. I won't tell you, being in healthcare is not an asset. Okay, it gave me knowledge of what people were talking about, what their issues were, but it's really getting your body in balance again, and I had to learn to do that. Yeah. So did I have a business mind? Yeah, I did. My parents were kind of business minded, but what really changed me was my husband, Ron, because he is a business minded person and he connected the dots on this. And I was making a nice income from the very beginning because these products work. I'm committed. If somebody tries to talk me down, they're not going to, they can back me against the wall, but I'm going to say, well, maybe it's not for you, but these things do work, and they work very well. And you put natural energies around you, and your body just soaks them in and uses them. And I even tell them the cat story. I mean, the cat doesn't know what I'm telling people. If I'm talking too much or trying to give them too much education, the cat's the proof.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So business minded, no, you just have to have a heart. Nikken is full of everybody on here with heartful people. We are all heartfelt, and we want to reach out and help somebody. And if we don't do that, what is this world going to come to?
That's right. Well, thank you, Pam. It's been really nice listening to your stories, and you're right. I think we all feel the same way and have had similar experiences. And
yes.
It
well,
does
thank
make a difference.
Yes, thank you all.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you all so much. That was wonderful. And I think that was a great closing comment, is it's all about heart, and that we have something that's quite extraordinary. It's all natural. It puts the body in a position to be balanced and healthy. And that is something that our world needs. So we want to get the message out.